Bigots, hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Almost forgot that they played at the Bridge. Yeah, they played at home. So there's many ways I think you could see this game. I don't think this game was a complete calamity. I could see from the standpoint of a Chelsea fan, a supporter, the institution itself, that is Chelsea, that they would consider this game a calamity, a disaster. I could see the headlines, crisis, Chelsea in crisis. People are so quick to label teams and games like these, they're in crisis. They're certainly not doing well. They certainly aren't doing well. And considering how much money y'all spent in players, it's not looking good. But I, for one, I'm liking this. I'm content. I'm content with the way Chelsea are playing, considering what they were playing like last season, especially towards the end of the second half of the season. They started off well the second half of the season, and then they kind of just dipped. And I didn't even want to catch the last 3-4 games that Chelsea was playing. But now you have a lot more chances of scoring goal. You have this link up with Enzo and Jackson. You got players that I think now are making the difference. There's one that I still think, I'm surprised that he stayed. Out of all the preseason players, I was surprised that they actually kept him. I'm surprised they didn't keep the other ones. But besides that, just being a little bit more clinical and finish, and just needing the goals. That's it. They need to score. That's what they need. They need to score. I don't think this is a lack of not having Nkunku, and when he comes in, it's going to be sorted out. I think when Nkunku comes in to the team, they're still going to have some things that they're going to have to tweak out. I don't think that's the reason why Chelsea aren't doing well. I don't think Gallagher, for instance, should have stayed. I think when he got that offer, when I heard that he got that offer from Bayern, I couldn't believe it. Like, why would you miss out on a chance like that? What I like about Gallagher, that I said this before, that he's so faithful and loyal to the team. He bleeds blue, and you don't have that nowadays. But you know what? It's just not working out for you, man. It's just, this is not the system. This is not the team you're meant to play in. Maybe it could be after you spend some time abroad in another team. I know he went to Crystal Palace. He came back. I don't know what he was playing like before he went to Crystal Palace, but you got a team like Bayern, and I think he would have been like a shoo-in Bayern. Even if he would have came off from the bench, I still think he would have been a good addition to Bayern. Mostly overall good for his career, for him as a player. Who's to say that he would have came back to Chelsea and would have been like, the player that, he should have been from the beginning. When Bayern comes knocking, man, you got to answer that call. You got to answer that door. And then Tottenham also. So I think while I like the enthusiasm that he puts in, he still seems very naive when it comes to his growth in football, but he has great work ethic, and that's the only thing that he pretty much has, just work ethic. I mean, he works. Once he steps on that field, he punches in and he goes to work, and he really works his ass off. Gusto can't center to save his life. He just can't center to save his life. He had like 3 or 4 opportunities to be able to center the ball with pretty much minimal to no pressure on him, and he just couldn't center the ball. It was every single time something was going well for Chelsea, and then he screws it up by not being able to center the ball. And then his take-ons. I noticed his take-ons, he's very predictable. There was a play where the defender, I think it was, they said he was an old Chelsea player. When he was trying to take him on, the guy was giving him the whole middle. So he was covering the line. And instead of, centering the ball, that's the least you can do if you don't want to carry it inwards, because I get it, you're going to be met with another player. He decides to do the most predictable thing, is try to take him on the line. Even the guy's telling him, yo, I got this covered. There's no way you're going to get past you. And he didn't. And he even committed a foul afterwards. And then he's doing little Cristiano Ronaldo chop moves, and for no reason. I love those things. I really do. And I think there is a purpose to those things, unlike a lot of people that seem to think that it's a waste of time. But when you can't even center the ball, what business is it of yours to be doing that stuff when there's no need? Just pass the ball. Just pass the ball like you would, when you were a kid. Stop doing those little fancy moves. So Gusto, I don't like Gusto. He's a slight step above Cucurella, but that's not saying much. Jackson, the only thing I wish he had in this game at least was, besides being more clinical and being able to finish, some of those plays, some of those balls, like the 2 balls that he was given by Enzo, beautiful through balls. First touch, don't carry the ball, don't stop the ball, just toe blow it in already. Especially when you're behind and you need to just shoot the ball already. Just shoot the ball. Besides that, his work ethic, the way he carries the ball, the way he's able to cover the ball, because I thought he was just like a sprinter. The preseason especially showed me that he's a magnificent sprinter. He's an amazing sprinter. These EPL games have shown me that he's actually got strength to be able to hold the ball off against guys that are much bigger in breadth than him, you know, much heavier than him. And I want him to do well. But then we go over to Caicedo, and not even because of the goal, his fault that he gave that ball away. Beautiful setup by Taiwo to Elanga, and the finish, I mean, the composure and the way he finished the ball. And Taiwo with the clever nutmeg on Thiago. Thiago, of all players, I might add. Love that goal. And right after that, the next ball that he got, he gave it away. He gave it away again. And you know what? Up until the first half, I had no problem really with Caicedo. I just thought to myself, it's way better than the debut that horrible nightmare of a debut that he had against Aston Villa or West Ham. I think West Ham, if I'm not mistaken. He recovered a couple of balls. He was passing the ball, which I don't think is worth over $100 million, euros. Oh, and he got a free kick at the end of the first half. Did really well in holding off the ball and then get the free kick. And I was happy. I was like, good, you're starting off well. There are a lot of things at play with the price tag and this huge pressure that's on him, costing them so much. But at the same time, I can't help. Like I said, I had nothing up until the first half, nothing against him. And I thought he was doing okay like that. And I wish he was going to carry on like that, just being mediocre at best throughout the whole game. And I was going to be happy with that, you know, because it's still the beginning and, you know, it's going to take some time to accommodate himself to the team. But come on, y'all got to admit, you got fleeced with Caicedo. You got scammed with Caicedo. He should have just gone to Liverpool. Like, that whole nonsense about, like, I don't even think it's true about, like, you know, principles, and I gave my word to Chelsea, first of all, so I can't go back on that. Like, horseshit. That's horseshit, dude. I don't even believe that actually happened. But in any case, yeah, you paid way too much for a player that you didn't need. You needed forwards, but you didn't need Caicedo. You definitely didn't need Caicedo. Again, I'm going to go back to my first argument that it's the beginning of the season. It's you know, a couple, what is it, third game that he's played. So it's going to take some time. But the problem with that is also when you start off that bad at the beginning, that could just snowball, and it could just perpetuate all the way until the end of the season. So we'll see what unfolds later on. Sterling, I think, had a really good game. I hope Sterling doesn't become demoralized because of the way the team's playing. I hope it doesn't affect him, because he is, if not the best part of this team right now up until this point. Sterling is playing the best that he's ever played since, I don't know what season he was playing this well in City, but he's playing so well. He created so many chances. Isn't a greedy player. He's the only one that pretty much is able to get past that backline of any team and just can't be stopped. He just can't be stopped. Amazing what he's doing. I hope he keeps it up. I really hope he keeps it up. And then Cole Palmer, his debut, I really liked what I saw with Cole Palmer, just the composure, and just for someone that's 21, doesn't seem like he's even British the way he's playing. It's the link up with other players, it just seems like he's been playing with the team for a really long time, and he just has that maturity Gallagher doesn't have. You know, Cole Palmer definitely has that maturity, and I hope it doesn't slow down. I hope it just keeps getting better. He didn't surprise me so much as I was just expecting him to be quiet during this game, just pass the ball, which he did, but he was involved in a lot of good plays, and just the decision that he was making with the ball. He didn't rush the ball at all. He was doing kind of Enzo's work in a way, or playing like Enzo, where he's the only one that's cool-headed, level-headed, and gets the ball, and he's not trying to, you know, get rid of the ball just for the sake of getting rid of the ball. He would analyze the play, he would like take his time, and then with confidence, I might add, just make the play, pass the ball, cross the ball, lob the ball over to somebody. So I thought he did amazingly, and I can't believe City let go of a player. I mean, I could believe that too, because City, I mean, do they really absolutely need someone like Cole Palmer? No, but they definitely would have benefited from him. And it looks like Chelsea, I hope Chelsea are going to benefit from him. So really good debut, really good start to Cole Palmer's career as a Chelsea player. It's going to take time. If you're a Chelsea fan, just give us some time. I said it before, I don't think Pochettino was going to do anything. It's a slight improvement from Lampard and what's his name, Czech Norris Potter, but again, not the coach you guys, I think, need. I don't think he's going to make the difference that y'all are waiting for. That's all I got for today. Thank you so much, as always, for watching these videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.